It is February 27th. It is a Sunday now, 2022. This area that I am in Bayside Station, Bayside, New York, 11361, it is on the telephone building. It says Fallout Shelter. Now, I walked outside this morning. I didn't hear anything outside, but I walk outside and there's blood on the sidewalk. Somebody must have gotten a bloody nose, I don't know. But as I'm walking, I see Lynn and Steve, who have lived on the corner for at least 20, well, she said 27 years. I only know them for, I noticed them around 22 years ago when Benjamin was first born. And I spoke to them about, they apparently have, the building on the corner, I didn't know, is owned by something called a Greenfield and Parker. It was two older women who then passed away, and now the children are running the building. They said that the interior of the building was starting to fall into disrepair, and so they're moving. I said, what's the matter? I said, you don't like the ghetto? What are you moving? You're upcycling? I said, you're moving uptown. So, but before they left, because again, these are not, exchanging of numbers and things is just out of the question. I said, I informed them of what's going on inside Linda and Lou's apartment, and that, and the residency between they and Lynn and Lou is different as well. And then I explained about the almost like a vibration or like a tectonic almost shake the house 3 days in a row, about the alarm going off, about the moon disappearing about the same time, and my documentation of it. And I said, and of course speaking to them, I said, you know, it is amazing. I said, I see on the television, the Ukrainians, there's some man, they said, from Dancing with the Stars, I don't know his name though. I said, and he is standing outside with sirens going off. He knows exactly what it is taking a video. Me, I look like a whatever. I'm out there going, what is that sound? And then I have to go around the neighborhood and ask what that sound is. In a fallout shelter, and nobody knows anything. This is not normal. So, anyhow, so as I'm walking this morning on my exercise on Bell Boulevard, there is a police officer, uniformed, on a horse. I call the horse a CLYDESDALE. Apparently, I'm not a horse person. I wish I was. I would be. But I have this problem with the advanced geneticists. When I go near the horses and touch them and then touch my own skin, I break out in hives, HIVES. It's known in the system. There's some esoteric reason for it. But what gets difficult is on this side. I mean, there's a set of pearly gates. I see black wrought iron at KILLENWORTH in Nassau yesterday. I have not gotten on the corrected side of the gates for the estate. I'm still on the outs for some Auslander reason, with the Fighting Irish and the whatever. So I asked the gentleman, he said his horse is a Belgium. It's a big difference, it's a different breed. I could not tell the difference, because I'm not a horse person. So, but I look, and the horse has a very symbolic badge number, and there's only one horse in my neighborhood. At times I've seen 3 walk together, but there's one. I see him regularly. He was at the corner. I asked if I could speak to him for a moment, and he said yes. And so I asked him about the horse. And then I informed him when he said it was Belgium. I asked, have you heard of Hague or the Frick? He said, Freak? And I said, no, Frick, Frik. And he said, no. I said, well, in that area there's a museum. I was like, I'm the girl with the pearl earring. It hangs in that museum. And he goes, that's very interesting. I said, some of us look like Rembrandts. I said, I happen to look like the girl with the pearl earring. For reference, I said, I'm a painted. I also told Mark Solis from the Eyewitness News during the snowstorm with my son. I made sure that one of the news journalists knew. I mean, again, not paparazzi because I don't want filming. Although the day that the idiots put me, NYPD, put me in handcuffs into one of the back of their whatever vehicles, they had a helicopter fly overhead. But I guess that works in my favor as to just how poor the treatment is here of me by the humans. So, and then I'm looking at the girl with the pearl earring, which has a blue and a yellow headdress, which is interesting considering Ukraine's flag at the moment. Well, I'm stuck in being treated this way and totally forgotten about. So there is a local whatever, and he had, I believe, it was a yellow triangle or yellow delta on his uniform. I don't know how that works. But I thanked him for his service, and I thanked him for being in the neighborhood. I said, you are like a little slice of heaven with this horse, even though I can't touch it. I said, I don't particularly care for the cars. I'm not a big fan. This morning on CBS Sunday Morning News, Jane Pauley is not there. There are some other gentlemen I've seen before by face. I recognize him, but I do not know his name. And this is where the bugle blows on Sunday morning for me at the moment, since I'm paying attention. So I'm watching, and apparently in New Orleans, down in Louisiana, where I have no access to, although Tiafrio apparently frequented all these places before he came to be a problem in my neck of the wood. They have something called a king's cake, which is purple, yellow, and green, and it has a little porcelain baby baked in to these king's cakes. It's like a peach color or a white color, just so we are clear. I think they said that they bake 50,000 of that specifico one. And that is that. And then what else was of mention at the moment? So the pearl gates, that's very interesting, because the pearl, the one on the ear that you can see, you don't know if it has to or not. There is this motif in this area. I've heard them say that you get to heaven through Pearly gate, the wrought iron gate, for some reason. And they said on the news, the Soviet. That's what Blakeman said. That's what the other guy said. Swazi said. The. I heard today that some people think that is a derogatory message. So what? I see eyesores as far as the eye can see. And the management, whatever's working, is not working. You have been under siege for quite some time, and nobody seems to know why. And dangerous knowledge. Star 1978, star 8378, Nicole, Cattaruzza. It is Earth, Solar System, Milky Way, Universe, Galaxy is broken. It's Bayside Station, Bayside, New York, 11261. And I spoke to, on the Boulevard yesterday, a man who I very well know, he considers himself Greek. But he owns a, and they don't say no, N-O-N-N-O in Greek. They say that in Italian for grandfather. This I know because mine required that of me. And the pizza parlor, even though some of the Greeks own the pizza parlors, they still say it's Italian. The VI pizza has a different whatever, as does Crave, Krave, inside my local Bayside station. That is a problem. In esoteric